Dave, just first saw you talking to Clayton Kershaw. The plan for him is to go to Rancho tomorrow. What is the expectation for that outing?
He's gonna pitch tomorrow. He's gonna go 3 innings. He feels good, and if it goes well, efficient, and he feels like he can take down another inning, he'll do it in the pen. If not, the 3 innings would be great, and will be a good step in the right direction. So he's looking forward to getting back on the mound.
When did you suspect him returning to the team after this outing?
We have a couple of dates in mind, but I just want to make sure that we just get through this one. He'll have a pen, call it Wednesday, Thursday, probably Wednesday, and then we'll see where he's at.
So that can be here in Los Angeles.
It'll be in Chicago with us.
Is the San Francisco series one of those potential dates for him?
It's a potential, just kind of seeing how he comes out of it, seeing where our guys are at that are in the rotation right now.
How much are you guys looking at, I know it's still a little bit away, but the pitcher limit starting to trim down a little bit? How much are you sort of looking at that day in terms of a lot of decisions you're going to have to make before?
Right now, it's not front of mind. I think it's the 20th where we got to cut that number down. But it's not there yet. We're kind of talking about some things, but a lot can happen in the next couple of weeks.
To throw a hypothetical at you, could you carry a 6-man rotation with the limited staff, or would that be kind of a too little of guys in the bullpen?
It's certainly possible, but to go with 7 relievers in the pen makes it a little bit more challenging. But you could argue in that stretch of 19 in a row to get guys an extra day is certainly beneficial. I think that just kind of us entertaining that option is a good thing, and I think once we get to that date, then we'll have more clarity.
What are you going to need to see out of Max on his rehab assignment before you really feel comfortable getting back here?
It's certainly not going to be results. I think how he feels in the batter's box, how we swing, how we see in the baseball, how he feels are the most important things. But if it's 2 games, if it's 6 games, I don't think anyone knows right now. But the challenge is for Max to Aaron Bates is traveling with him. The challenge for Max is just to be honest with how he feels.
With Walker, what have you seen from him? Just his bullpen. How are you seeing him? I don't know if get back on track is the right word, but how are you seeing him progress?
He's grinding. This is a tough stretch for him. I think if you look at any starting pitcher, it would be certainly acceptable, but for Walker's expectations and how he's getting through games, not acceptable. So he's working really hard on his delivery, and there's a lot that goes into that statement. So obviously the glove side command is really important. Any pitcher that can do that, command the fastball, glove side, everything kind of spurs off that. So, we'll see how it looks tonight.
He's talked about how he's even surprised. He felt like he came into camp as stretched out as anyone, as ready to go as anyone. And it just hasn't clicked where everything's locked in and sharp. Does that sort of surprise you, just especially with how stretched out he was coming into camp?
Yeah, but I think that it's not about the arm strength or the build-up, because he did everything he could to get ready for this season. I am a little surprised because he's so in tune with his body and his delivery for it to get so out of whack. Because the one thing that Walker has is the ability to have a consistent throw. And that kind of encompasses his entire pitch mix, which he really hasn't had all year long.
Is it similar to 2020 with him at all, where he was, again, not bad that year, but was just a little up and down through that season, the regular season?
You know what? It sounds familiar. I don't really recall that exactly, but I do remember him finishing really strong where I think it was kind of in August where he really clamped down and figured some things out and went on a real good run. So that sort of makes sense to me, yeah.